Day 52.
Good morning.
It's early. We're heading out a little earlier, like a whole 45 minutes earlier.
I got blood on me.
It's on your leg.
Oh,
It's bleeding since you got out of the tank. We're gonna finish up this Roan Mountain jammy. It's like 1,000 feet or something like that. Like the next mile and a half. No plans. Just heading up the mountain.
Carver's Gap and then hopefully 19E. We'll see.
Do you feel better?
Needs to get warmer out. I'm tired of the wet tent every morning.
Yeah.
It's not gonna rain until 7 o'clock tonight.
I'm not talking about the rain, but just
Condensation in the wet.
Oh, I slept with my screen open last night.
It'll be nice when it's summer and...
With the vestibule open.
But then we'll be complaining about the 1,000% humidity at 8 o'clock in the morning and can't breathe.
The sunset was pretty though. I didn't take
But
a
I agree.
picture.
The cold morning makes my old bones hurt.
It was like 61 in the tent last night.
It's only like 45 here right now.
I didn't look at the temp right now. I think it's just because the sun's rising. I bet you it won't be cold as soon as you start hiking that mountain.
Nope.
You won't feel it no more.
Nope.
Oh, we're gonna go head up the mountain. Slowly. We should have views.
Yes.
Yeah, no clouds.
There should be views.
Yeah.
It's a little gray, but not very gray. It's foggy out there.
Wherever that hotel is supposed to be really pretty. That's why they built it in the first place.
So yeah.
That's crazy, building a hotel somewhere with those views.
I know.
That's crazy.
Who would do such a thing? And then tear it down.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
At least there was a road at the top of this mountain. They didn't have to haul shit up. There's a road up there somewhere. So, but that's what we're gonna go do. We'll take pictures when we get up there. We're on the way if there's something cool to look at. The first half had some cool rocks. They were in the last video. But that's it. Otherwise, it's just been trees and narrow pathways with a whole lot of fresh grass growing. Lots of grass.
And minimal water.
Yeah, I would say lots of grass since we came back in on trail.
A lot of grassy meadows.
All that rain.
Yeah. So it makes it a little more wet on the ground, having long grass.
Yep.
Even though it's pretty and green. So, all right. You'll see us in a bit.
We won't see you.
We will not see you. Not yet, anyway. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Videotape some of the trail. So, just what I like going up the mountain. Little rocks and big rocks. On and off there's some rock steps, and it's dark on this side. But once we turn around the mountain, since it's just wrapping around, it gets sunny. So that's obviously the view side, if there is a clearing through the trees. But lots of rocks and steps. It's a nice trail. A lot of blowdowns that the trail wraps around. But you can see all the blowdowns on the one side. Steps, rocks, and it's messy. So I'm guessing behind all these blowdowns is where the hotel site used to be. There is some concrete mixed up in there, so I'm assuming it sat right here on, this portion of the mountain, and then overlooked the views that we can't see because of all the tons of blowdowns. So not much to see up here. So heading over to the shelter to see what the shelter looks like. Wait, I'm gonna walk around. There's a path here, so it may have been sitting back here, but there's still no views. But yeah, so maybe it had the views on this side. Cloudiness Hotel back in the 1970s, I guess, sat up here on this pasture. So They must have had a view of that mountain there. So it looks like it's set back here somewhere. So, but that would be the pasture of it. Now back on trail, heading up to the knob, which is a little peak more up, and then going to head down the long hill to the gap. Here's a cool little bridge. It's a little stream. There's some water. I give you a look around. Here's a nice little bridge. And got about 0.2, I think, till we get down to the gap. So the trail has been really nice. It would be 3.6 miles up and over. It's just shy of 1,000-foot elevation this morning that we climbed up. And I feel good. Tons of rest, apparently. We stopped at like 4:15 yesterday. So I'm just feeling a little hungry because of the early dinner. But when I get down to the gap, I'm gonna have a snack. I ate breakfast, but I'll need a snack too to keep the energy up. But I'm feeling good. Tink's just a few steps behind me, so I guess he's feeling better. I don't know. They'll have to speak for themselves. But to show you more of the trail. And we're going to come out to the gap soon, so I'll turn it off and then I'll videotape coming out to the gap. Well, I made about a 0.1 mistake and was just going with the flow and walking and not paying attention, just singing in my head, and I wind up going 0.1 out of my way and had to come back up 0.1. I did not see the turn, wasn't looking for blazes, but anyway, all good. Now I got my map out because there's another turn off here and I want to make sure that I look for the blazes. So I have to get back on my map because there's another turn off and that's not the trail we want. We want to continue on the Appalachian Trail, not the trail that takes you out to parking quicker. Back again. We have more bridges. This reminds me of the Foothills Trail. All these little bridges. They're so cute. And a rock jump. Tons of bridges over here coming down to the parking lot. It's Carter's Gap that we'll be entering. So, I just show you other bridges. Sorry, I'm moving fast this morning. I have lots of energy. And going up this way. So we're coming up to the road and over to Carter's Gap. Carver's Gap, not Cotter's, Carver's. And from here, there is the Welcome to North Carolina sign right there. So I shall go get my picture over there. So the sign is there. Carver's Gap. Yes.
Can you tell me which way to Yellow Mountain?
If you hold on 1 second, I'll look real quick. I think it's this way. The picnic tables must be over there, so we came out right there. The trail is right across the street, but we found some steps, so we're gonna sit here, wait for Stacy to catch up and have a snack. So we're heading up to Round Bald from Carver's Gap. A nice paved trail going up. Dark in here with all the little pine trees, but then it opens up to sunlight and it gets dark again. But it's a bald, so it should be sunny on top. We shall see. So we came down from that paved road there. You can see it right there. That's where we started coming up from. And not exactly sunny, but we do have some views today. So we're gonna keep going up to the top, and I'll get some pictures from up there. But there are some nice views. You can see the mountains at least. It's not too foggy out. So we'll see. Stay on the trail. They make this nice gravel trail. People start cutting their own paths around here. So we're gonna continue up to the top. We're at the top of Jane Bald. Looks like there's two different viewpoints. So let's go walk out this way first on the bridge and see this view here. Let's see what we're looking at. It's a map to tell us. It's a very popular park and hike, these balds up here. So this is the view into Tennessee. So take a nice look. And then that's the next bald. We go up right there. We go down and up that one. And then I'm gonna go this way and take the walk across the bridge, and we'll go see the view of North Carolina. Walk the bridge. It's beautiful. So it's a little windy on the North Carolina side, not on the Tennessee side. So I'll have to speak up because it's windy on this side for some reason. But anyway, so this is the view into North Carolina. You can see that's the next bald we have to walk up. And this is the view. And that big mountain is what we came down of this morning. So I'm gonna walk back to the center so we can move on to the next bald. Oh, a little wobbly there. But they want you to obviously stay on these bridges and maintain the land up here. So it's a very nice, short, easy hike up for those who want to come see the Tennessee and the North Carolina side. And if I zoom in, you can see the trail of the next bald we're going up. Let me see if I can zoom in. I'm trying to pick it up. So we're gonna go up there to the next bald and get a view there. All right, there's some views for you. That mountain right there is what we just came off of. So we're gonna continue up now. So I just wanted to reconfirm the name of the balds. So what we were just on from Carver's Gap is Round Bald, and we're walking up to Jane Bald up at the top of that mountain there. So I'm gonna zoom in from here. You can see the trail better. And it goes all the way up to the top. All right, so there's about 0.1 or 0.2 to get to the tippy top, but it's a great view of North Carolina, Round Bald, which we were just on, and the mountain before it, which is Roan Mountain, and then the Tennessee side. And it's a great, nice rock area up here, so you can see it. And then there's a road, the road we crossed over down there. So great views. We are not to the top yet, but you can still see the North Carolina views, and you can see the mountain we went over this morning, along with the other bald we went over this morning. But we're still climbing to the top of this, so it's lots of rocks. Yippee-yi-yay, like a billy goat. I love rocks, so I'm having fun. and I'm gonna continue climbing. The whole thing has been rocks all the way up. So we're coming down Jane Bald, and you can see the view of our next trail up the mountain up there. Let me zoom in. There you go. So we are coming down Grassy Knob, and we're making our way over to Little Hump Mountain. And then after Little Hump, which is in 5.6 miles, we go over Hump Mountain. So we may stop for lunch at the shelter before Little Hump. We'll see what time it is when we get there. There's a little stream here with a leaf for some water. So that's the water sauce. All right, we just took lunch at the Gap, the bottom of Little Hump. We're about to climb up Little Hump, about 800 elevation, 1.6 miles up to the top. So the weather's getting gray and it's calling for rain again. What else is new? But we'll see what we have to see when we go up. Well, I'm only 0.2 out of the Gap. We have to go up, apparently, a lot more, since I said it was 1.6 up to the top of the mountain, but 0.2 up, and look at the views. So, tons of mountains. There's even some views on the other side. It's pretty. So we have another 0.4 to go, and if I zoom in, you can see the trail that goes up to, that's Little Hump. We didn't do Big Hump. Big Hump comes after Little Hump. So 0.4 to go, and you can see the trail from here. If I zoom in, it goes up to the top there. See? So that's where we're heading. Up that trail. So I'm gonna continue onwards. 0.4 to go to get to the top of Little Hump. Show you some more of the trail because I can zoom in. There's a hiker ahead of us. So you can see he's getting up to Little Hump. That's Little Hump up there. So you can see what we're walking. And then you can see what's all around me. Tons of mountains all around. Tons of mountains. So yeah, and would we go to Little Hump? So we're at the top of Little Hump. This is the top. There were some rocks back there. I don't know. They were mid climbing up the trail, so I did not stop for the rock. Although it would have been a great shot for a picture, but then again, it's kind of gray and misty out. I'd rather get over these two mountains before the rain starts. But anyway, so we're on Little Hump, and then straight ahead is Big Hump. That's Big Hump. So we're about to go down and go up to Big Hump. 2.2 miles to the top of Big Hump. All right, we'll see what the trail looks like on the way there. Okay, so there's Hump Mountain. It's raining. You can see the trail that we have to take all the way up to the top of the mountain. So I need to get a rain jacket on. There are no trees to block any rain, but 1.2 up to the top. Here's another view of what we're going up to the top of on these narrow, skinny little pathways. But we gotta get all the way to the top, and then it's downhill from there. And then I think we're gonna bang out 5 more miles after the top of this and go into town. We walk right into a hostel. Almost to the top, and those are the views. I do a 360 so you can see some nice big rocks. And I'm gonna keep going up. Not quite at the top, but before it starts raining, I show you all the mountain views. It is so pretty. Nothing but grass all the way around. I'm gonna continue up. Okay, almost there. It's starting to rain again. It's kind of hot coming up in the rain jacket, but it's beautiful. Whoa, I'm falling off the rock. Yes, I am standing on a rock. It's beautiful. Yep, I'm on a rock. All right, time to get down. Keep on going to the top. That was steep, but worth the views. Even when it's raining, it's just real pretty. Oh, and I guess I have to go over a fence now. But yeah, we're not at the very top. Still going up a little more. I'll be back. Apparently, there's another hump. I guess that's why it's called Big Hump. So, this is Hump Mountain. And if I zoom in, you can see the trail cuts across, goes all the way up to the tippy top. So, it wants us to go all the way up before we can go down. So let's go see what the views look like up there. All right, I'll show you some more views. I think I'm finally very close to the top of this thing. And you can see, so looks like it's a little more up. I don't see a geo marker yet, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm guessing we still need to go up more. So we're gonna walk up this trail and see if I can find a marker. The balds we went up didn't have one, so I don't know if Hump Mountain does. Little Mountain didn't either, so we'll see. That was a big one. That was big for sure. But let me show you around the 360 view. It's beautiful. Even though it's gray out, you can still see lots of views. I know you can't see it on camera, but we can see the town and everything below us. Down there, see the town, mountains, houses in the mountains. It's just real pretty. Worth the climb. It looks like I found the geo marker. It's down there. See it? So we're gonna keep hiking the trail and get down there so we can get a picture of it. All right, so I'm standing up on these rocks here where this little marker thing is, and I am going to show you the trail. We have to go all the way down now. You can see the ridge until it disappears somewhere. I don't know, we'll see. But time to go downhill. You can see some of the town down there. See the town? I know we're heading down towards the town to 19A. We're gonna stay at the 19E station hostel tonight. I just got done messaging her, so we have a semi-private room with 3 beds booked. So whenever we get down there, this way we can resupply and make our way to Hampton, Tennessee. All right, well, there we go. There's the trail. And I'll show you more as we get lower. All right, so we're finally out of the grass and we're getting back in the ridge line, and I can show you what we just came down. Well, we went up, over, and down that hump right there. And it took us all the way down and around for a long time. But now we're back into the wood line, and we have about 4.5 miles down to the bottom. Okay, so I just took that picture. We just exited NC and we are back in Tennessee. And we have 3 miles left to the hostel. We're staying at the Appalachian Station Hostel of 19E in Roan Mountain. So we're about 15.4 miles in, and we have 3 more to go. And we're going to sleep in a bed, resupply our food, wake up,
Get out.
and make our way to Hampton, Tennessee. See you soon. So 19E is up there. We're about to cross the river to go up and over to 19E. River crossing. Ugh, and up the big rocks. Okay. So we continue walking. So we're gonna walk up to the road, and then from the road it's 0.7 to the Appalachian Station Hostel. So 18.4 miles today. We are here at 19E, the highway that leads into Roan Mountain. And the hostel is 0.7 up, but someone from the hostel is gonna come pick us up. So we are all chilling here, and there's someone else here hanging out also that's getting a ride up there. So we're just sitting down waiting. It is 6:30. I'm hungry. I'm ready for dinner. So we'll see you guys. Well, we won't see you, but you know the deal. I'll video the hostel when we get there. Talk to you later. Good evening. I'm tired and I'm a mess. I'm going to bed with a half-ass wet head because it's like 10:10 and it was a long day. Our clothes are locked up, so we'll have to get them out of the dryer in the morning. Stacy is with me. This is our bunks. 3 beds.
It's very European hostel. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Tink is downstairs. I'll snap a picture from the loft of what he's doing.
He's gabbing with the boys.
Yeah, doing whatever.
Trading stories.
He'll feel it in the morning when he says he can't hike. Apparently, he's forgetting that we have to wake up and hike in the morning, but okay. But that's it. It was a long day. We're just going to go to bed now. We have breakfast here from 8 to 9. So we're going to set our alarm clocks so we can get up and be ready for breakfast.
18 some miles and our thighs are feeling it.
Yeah. Time to go to bed.
Yes.
So, good night, you all. That is the completion of day 52. We'll talk to you in the morning for day 53. Goodbye.
Brussels sprout?
Bye.
Bye.